Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so we worked our way up the side of the hill here to what's called the King Tut Mine. No, that's not the mine's real name. You guys know me better than that. I don't give out the names of these locations, but if somebody wants to spray paint something silly on the portal, I'll give that to you folks. So yeah, the King Tut Mine. So a moment ago, Frank was inside, he was exploring this, and this one has a whole bunch of bats and really smelly air, so I thought this would be a good one to try out the new respirator mic that I've put together. So give me a moment, I'm going to gear up and we'll head on inside. Okay, be back in a second. All right, everybody, we're all geared up. Let's explore the King Tut Mine. So like I was saying, I'm wearing a respirator for this mine. And this is something brand new to the channel. A lot of these locations are really stinky. They're full of bats and mice, a lot of guano. So I thought I would try out this this new mask, see if it can filter out some of that stink, as well as hantavirus and histoplasmosis that you get off of bat guano. That's no good to be breathing into your lungs. Fortunately, it probably is going to make me sound like Darth Vader, but heck, that's a heck of a lot better than ending up in the hospital, right? Okay, we've got one going off to the right here. Doesn't go very far, just right over there. And we're going to continue on down. Okay, we got an intersection, and little drift off to the right, but it stops right there. Main haulage end continues on that direction, and one going to the left. So why don't we go ahead and we'll revisit that on the way back. So if you guys are curious what kind of mask I'm using, these are your typical N95 filters. But I'm using ammonia cans, and they're designed to filter out the ammonia smell, same as what you would use if you were in some sort of industrial cleaning application. And it's working great. Well, that drift went up there and quit, so I guess we're going to work our way down this direction next. Okay. So geologically, nothing is really jumping out at me right now. Saw some quartz vein stringers there not too far back. That's about it. Let's see what they were intersecting further on up into this thing. Yeah, we got a little drift to the right. Let's see what that's all about. Oh yeah, just kind of wiggles our way through here. A little bit of a raise going right up there, but it stops. That's as far as it goes. Okay. Oh, now we got a bunch of passages. One going to the right, to the left, and off that direction. Well, right-hand rule. Continue on. Like they were working up in that little pocket. And what do we have here? Oh, this goes there and faces out. Okay. And we're going to work our way down the next drift here. And that one faces out. All right. Turn back around. Continue down the third one here. There we go. Well, we must be getting into the area where all the bats are, even though I can't smell them right now. It's really, really humid in here, folks. One time they had rail on the floor. You can see where all the cross tie indentations are.
Notice how the rock all of a sudden became really jutted and jagged? That's because they're going into the mountain against the grain, if you will. Okay, so if we kept on going straight, well, that one finishes off right there. But the drift keeps going this way. Well, by the size of the waste rock pile outside, I did not expect this one to be this extensive. But wow, this is really going back in there. And the bat guano right through this section is getting really thick. It's probably 3-4 inches on the floor. And all of a sudden we went from a nice echoey, crispy sounding tunnel, and now it sounds really soft. It's probably because of all the bat guano on the floor that's absorbing the sound of my footsteps. Oh yeah, we're coming into the bats now. There they are. We're going to turn on the helmet cam. There we go. See if we can't get some good footage of our friendly bats up in here with the Mr. Helmet Cam. Oh yeah. There they all are. Well, I don't want to chase them too bad. That's a bunch of bats. Holy cow. Look at all of them in there, folks. All right. We don't want to scare the bats too bad. So let's go back to this other drift. We're going to work our way down and see what's down this one. That's a whole lot of bats, folks. Holy cow. Yeah. Okay. We don't want to freak out the bats too bad. So let's work our way back to that last drift. I tell you, I sure am glad I've got this respirator. I can only imagine what it smells like up in here. Okay. We're working our way back to that one drift we missed. I'll tell you what, I'll just meet you folks back there. We got a ways to walk. I'll meet you back there. All right, back again, folks. All right, so a moment ago, we came from right there. We already did that drift going that direction a little while ago, but the one we haven't explored is right over here. So as I was headed back out, chased a whole bunch of bats this direction. We got a little bit of a raise right here. Yeah, they're not too happy with me right now. They're all saying, "Get out of my house." It's really hard to tell what they were going after in here as far as minerals. I can see in some areas where you've got your hanging wall and foot wall out. I don't know about that. Well, let's continue on this way. Oh, here we had some miners' graffiti. Right there. Looks like Gingers, 1931 maybe. Yeah, that's a 3-1 in there. I don't know why they had spray painted out on that one location. because that isn't where we came from. We'll explore it. All right, another one to the left and to the right. Let's get up in here and see what we got. Well, I don't want to make the bats too nervous. We're going to keep them up there in that pocket. But that's as far as that one goes. I'll turn in the corner. We have another drift right here. Look at here, somebody went all the way back up in here and built a fire. What kind of fool does something like that? You build a fire up in the mine, use up all the oxygen? That's a good way to get yourself killed. And that is the end of that one. Okay, turn it back around. Now we're going to look for the passage that's set out. Okay. We're just working our way rather quickly. Not as Holly at it, not too much to see. All right, keep following the sign. Oh, I see what we did. Remember, folks, when we first came in we had the intersection. That's where we went first. So what we did is we made a big loop. We made a big circle back up in there, and we just came out of this one right here. So turn it back around. We're going out this direction. This is going to be the portal, and you can see it off there in the distance. I see what they did. So back in there, they made a big circle, and then they had a couple of exploratory drifts going off in all directions. All right, well, I'm going to work my way back outside. I'll see you out there in a moment.
All right, folks, back outside, safe and sound. Yeah, that mask worked fantastic. I'm really impressed at the performance of that. Got way back up in there. Not once did I get a smell of the ammonia coming off of the back guano. And that's really good, because if you can remember, if you go back into some of my early episodes, there was a mine called Poison Gas, and that's the one that we went way down in that incline shaft and found the turtle. I wasn't able to go all the way back up into that one because the ammonia smell coming off of all that back guano chased me out. So we're going to have to run back up that direction and jump back into that mine and see what the rest of it did. Yeah, real happy about the mask. So here in a moment, we're going to join back up with Frank. We got another mine across the valley, so I'll see you folks over there. Be back in a bit. All right, back again, folks. We're to our next adit for the day. Frank's higher up on the hill, taking a look at what we think are two either vertical shafts or incline shafts. And then right over here, we've got another adit. And chances are that's going to go inside and intersect with whatever they got going on higher up on the hill. So give me a moment. We're going to gear up and we're going to head on inside. Be back in a sec. As we make our way past the welcome sign here.
There's some copper wire here.
Oh yeah.
Some money.
So we're gonna follow Frank and see what this intersects up in here. Hopefully, like we're saying, this will meet up with the vertical shaft, and we got some ladders. Oh, what do we have here?
Looks like all homeless people were camped out in here, huh?
Well, they were styling. I mean, they've got a gallon of water and a couple of comfy chairs.
5 gallons of water.
Yeah.
No, pretty old, eh?
Hmm.
Kind of a tie.
We're going through a bunch more of that igneous rock, a lot of volcanic. I'm seeing some decomposing granite in here. And footwall looks down to our left. Oh, we intersect.
Well, we got an intersection here, but this is just too cool. We got to check this shaft out. Oh, look at nice ladders too. Steep. I'm not sure if I want to be the guy that 100% trusts that ladder. Look at it as you look down there. It's kind of shaking a bit, huh? That's just like 2x4, right?
Oh boy.
So even though the ladder looks new, I wouldn't go down there without a...
Kind of wiggly.
I wouldn't go down there without a rope. But we can do that easily. We can bring a rope right in through the main hull level.
Yeah.
I'll hook it on and I'll go down. It'll probably be fine, but I wouldn't trust my life with it. Which is the test that you always have to make, you know?
Right.
Is it good? Yeah, probably. But
But
the middle word in life.
or shoot.
Yeah, have a look at that ore up in there. Looks pretty neat. Can you climb up there? Oh, I'd probably better go this way. Oh yeah. Oh, this is neat. Oh, it's a beautiful little pocket in here. Look at this stuff. Yeah.
So we definitely have
What was it? Have a look there, Gly.
coming on down from those higher levels.
No, just a little pocket there.
Oh, I see. Oh, look at that. They were working that vein along the hanging wall there. See that, folks? Right there. Right along that edge. Let me turn this camera light off for a second. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. See where it intersects with the hanging wall right there? That's what they were chasing after, and then they were letting it all just fall right down here into this ore chute. Okay. It's hard keeping up with Frank, everybody. He tends to fly through these mines like a F-16 fighter. Okay, what do we have here?
This is the top of that shaft I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
So this is easy. We can just throw that rope in from the bottom and climb up from the bottom. See, there's the crosscut's right up there near the top. We just throw the rope over there, and then we can just use a sender or go up or down, no matter. That wouldn't be very hard at all.
And folks, you can see here the vein running up on about a 45, well, I'd say 45, maybe 70-degree angle. That's what they're chasing after. Right here too, you can clearly see it going up the side of the mountain.
Nice and cool in here.
Yes, it is.
Air just screaming out of here.
It is.
Nice change.
And
It's gonna be there, about, eh?
see if this faces out or goes up. Yep, just faces out right here, folks. And if you look real close,
Okay.
see the galena up in there? See all lead sulfides that they were chasing after? Very nice. So we're following Frank back outside the mine. We're going to see what we have to rig in order to drop down into that vertical shaft. Maybe we can find a drift level or something along those lines. So we'll meet you guys back outside. We'll see you out there.
Where's the stairs?
Sorry, Frank, this one doesn't have any stairs.
Little stairs.
Back again, folks. What we're going to do is we tied off to my Jeep and we're running the rope up the side of the hill right now. And what we're going to do, the plan is to drop the rope down into that vertical shaft right there. That's what we saw deep down inside. Once we get our rigging all set up, then we're gonna take you guys down back into the mine while Frank works his way back down to the main haulage at it, and hopefully, with any luck, we'll find ourselves a cool drift between the two that no one's been into for a long, long time. So I'll meet you guys back down inside the mine. All right, folks, we're back to the bottom side of this vertical shaft that Frank's coming down, and I'm gonna take a look here.
It looks like a long ways down.
I think it is a long ways down, Frank. Let's see here.
Alright.
All right there, feller, come on down. Well, You're kicking a bunch of stuff on my head. I'm gonna do my best here.
No, it's small stuff.
There we go. Okay, come on down there.
You know, the only exciting thing that's likely to happen is my gear gets stuck here. It's usually pretty good.
We got Frank coming.
Right back, you know.
So what we're trying to do here is there's a drift level between where I'm sitting and on surface that in order to get to it, they once had a bunch of ladders, but they're all broken now, and Frank's trying to get over there.
Yeah, goes this way.
All right, Frank, you go ahead and explore that drift, and we're gonna hang out down here.
Okay. All right, we didn't find anything very interesting in here. It just ends right here. So let's go up to that other top one. That looked pretty cool, and we'll go down that one too.
So guys, we just finished exploring, or Frank just finished exploring that side drift off of this vertical shaft. It only goes in about 10-15 feet, and that's it. So now what we're going to do is chuck the rest of the rope down the shaft here, and Frank's going to work.
Watch your rock.
Oh! Ooh, I got lucky on that rock.
Yeah, stay there then. Give me a sec. I'll get out here first. There's some more stuff coming out of it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So what we're doing here is we've got an incline shaft. I mean, a vertical shaft up higher up on the mountain, but we don't have enough rope to stretch from old Bob down here to get up to that thing and have a nice anchor point. So Frank's linking up two ropes. He's using his best Boy Scout knot there.
Actually, so this is called an overhand, which isn't really what you're supposed to do with this, but it works. It's just a figure eight, you follow it through, but you're really supposed to use a double. I don't really know how to tie it. But you know what? This is the easiest way to do this. You just go like this, you just go through there like that. So, a little crude. You guys can laugh if you want. But it won't come undone. Cool.
What's the old saying, Frank? If you don't know how to tie a knot,
If you don't know knots, tie lots.
if you don't know knots, tie lots. That's the golden rule.
It's not like my life in pencil. Actually, it does.
All right, guys, we're gonna work our way up there to the next vertical shaft. I'll see you up there.
All right, if Gly wasn't so squeamish, he'd wave, "Hey, are you up there, Gly? Where's my safety man?" There you go, I can see you. If you fall down here, I'm not gonna catch you. I'm moving out of the way. So now we're going that way. And oh, there was a part of an old windlass here, right there. Okay, let's see what we have in here. Oh, there's tracks in here. Huh, I wouldn't expect the tracks down here. I wonder if it hooks up to some other. Oh, well, tracks don't go very far. That's going to be it. Huh. Oh, well. It was fun while it lasted, I guess. Nice looking quartz in here. But not much mine. Okay. I guess we'll climb back up.
Okay, we got Frank's coming back out of the hole. See, if you look close up there, guys, where the rope is coming off the edge of the shaft, it's kicking small rocks. That's why if you decide to go down a real deep shaft, say 300, 400, 800 feet, whatnot, you have one of those rocks hit you at terminal velocity, it's going to do a lot of damage. It ain't going to feel too good. So you got to be real careful on these shafts. These are just small rocks he's kicking down there, but wouldn't feel good if a big one hits you in your noggin. All right, here he comes.
Yeah, the hell of a ladder is easy enough as it is. There we are.
And there you go.
Easy peasy.
You make it look easy, Frank.
Not even out of breath yet.
Well, that was a pretty good one. We got one more for you guys. This next mine's going to be a big boy. So we're going to strip down our gear, load up.
We're not done here yet, buddy.
Oh,
We got that other one to go down yet.
oh, that's
gotta go
right.
down
That's
those
right.
ladders.
He's right. Yeah, I forgot about the one with the ladder. So we're going to do that one next. All right. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so we'll get the ropes back down in the haulage at it, and we'll go see what that's all about. See you down there. Okay, guys, we are back inside of the haulage at it, and Frank is rigging up his ropes so that we can safely get down this old rickety ladder. I mean, it looks like it's newer.
Yeah, it's not old rickety ladder. It's a new rickety ladder.
Yeah, and back there earlier when we found those chairs alongside the haulage at it, they've got a date on them of 2012. So we think we had some folks in here, probably prospecting. They built this ladder. And Frank's gonna head down in there and see what he can find.
There's a sign that says it's a federal claim, so it might not be anymore, but I think somebody had a mining claim here. So.
Yeah, and that's just the thing. When their claims lapse, they usually don't take down the signs. You just never know. Not without looking. Spending a whole bunch of time on the internet.
Well, there's nothing wrong with going down here. You just can't take any minerals, that's all.
That's right. So
Breaking any laws by going down here.
if the owners are watching this video, we're not here to take your gold. We're just here to look at the hole.
Well, if I see some gold, I'll take it. All right, well, let's see how good this ladder is. Yeah, this is the way I like doing it, just like this. Huh? Just go down this ladder. See, look at this.
Oh yeah.
And you just, as you're walking down, just let yourself down.
Yeah, then you got the rope to protect you. So if the ladder snaps out from underneath you, you got something to grab you.
Doesn't seem too rickety from down there. Now the shaft is definitely older. It's got old boards on it. This is where the ladders break, right where they join usually.
Right.
They're gonna break. I had that happen. But yeah, this one doesn't seem bad. It's just maybe this cut. I'm not sure. But I'm much happier to be pulled down on a rope. Then chancel. This is what they were chasing here, so there's kind of a vein here, you see? Pinched out. I guess. It was down at that angle there, following it. Didn't look too rich. And that's the ladder went up, so there's Gly at the top. Stick your head in there, but not your light. Not your light though. Stick your head to the sideways, all I can see is just light. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. There's Gly up the top there, so. This looks like it was fixed up in 2012 by the looks of it, so. Whoever had this claim was doing a little bit of chipping here, I guess, but like I say, not much to get excited about. Pretty skinny. With the sender, it's safe because you're hooked onto your belt, and you can use that to pull yourself up. It's pretty fast, so it works good. So if something happened and you fell, you got this cordage hooked onto your belt, and it should fall. Good for that kind of stuff. Just as a safety thing. You only pull that far and you're hung up on it. So you can see what they're mining here. This is the ore body right here. There's a little narrow thing. So, and it gets fairly wide here. So this is the widest part. It's coming down at an angle going this way. So this is why this wind's got started. We continued on down there and they chased it right down there. Hoping, I guess, it would get wider, but it didn't. It's wider here than it is down there. So, you know, they mined some of that out, but they're hoping to pick it up and get a little wider. See, it just goes this way and just picks it up again to nothing. So, or, you know, pretty much. They didn't mine any further.
Yeah, then off in the distance you can see the dip right there.
See, they could have went here and followed this and kept going down too, which somebody might do someday. Because who knows, it might get wider down there or it could pinch up to nothing. So.
Right.
It's always kind of a crapshoot, I guess.
Yep. Well, all right, guys. Well, thanks for coming along, and we will see you again next weekend for another exciting Arizona adventure. Take care. Bye-bye.